One of the most recent comments was about Tkachuk. You were the guy that drafted him. You obviously signed him to that extension. Was that one more shocking than the Johnny situation and him not wanting to return? And how long was the conversation between you and him on the way out? And I'm sure it was hard on him as well.
Yeah, and a lot of those bits, as you can appreciate, I think a lot of that is supposed to and should stay private. I would say I got a strong relationship with him. He's a kid you drafted. He's a terrific player. And like I said, he got to a stage where he made that decision. Certainly I would have, at the time we would like to not have him make that decision, but totally understood it. Him and I had a great conversation. He's a hell of a player, and Florida got a real good player. We think we got real good players back. Hopefully it works out for everybody.
I always wonder when guys are going into the season with 1 year left, like say we're looking at Mackenzie Weegar now, and there's certain guys who are open to discussions throughout the year. And then some players say, all right, well, if we don't get it done before the year, I don't want to talk. If that's the case with guys, are you still reaching out to the agent, or are you just making sure you keep it out of the player's mind? Or does it actually just shut off completely for even you and the agent discussing deals?
Well, yeah, everybody's a little bit different, Ryan. I think at the end of the day, especially in today's landscape, it's difficult, right? Because we've had minimal cap growth, and there's been such a squeeze on the cap, and the top players are always going to get their money. I think in those cases, you try hard to, you get an understanding of what everybody wants. And I understand that not only from the player standpoint, but from the team standpoint, and especially in Canada. I thought, last year, we spoke with Johnny's guy, we've all made a decision that we weren't going to talk about it publicly during the year, because it just can become a distraction. The amount these guys are in front of the media, you just don't need to be answering that question every day. It's like Groundhog Day. So we're not going to talk about it. But you have a pretty good idea where both camps are, usually. And, if there's a way to bridge the gap, or if you feel you've got, something that's going to get a deal done. I know everybody says, well, the guy's got, whatever player it is. I'm not talking about any player specifically, but guy's got a player a year left, go get him signed. Well, the deal's got to work for both sides, right? It's not just as easy to say, okay, well, let's just get him signed. So I think if you're sort of within striking distance, and you know where the other side's at, and if that means you're going to go into the season a little bit and eventually get there, you'll continue. You'll always have conversations with the agent. You try to keep, you keep it quiet, and you don't want to get the player's mind straying too far from just concentrating on playing and helping the team win. So, there's ways to manage those. And I think everybody does a fairly good job of it. But you like to get business done as quickly as you can.